You told China Mac to stop hiding in China and come back to catch the fade. Why did you guys even end up in it?
Because I was working with Crip Mac. He was on my reality TV show. Right. So when he was on the TV show, I said Crip Mac wanted more or whatever, but he went to jail right afterwards. And I told him, like, you can't do that or whatever like that, but I could put some money on your books or whatever. And then I called China Mac and I said, China Mac, give me the information to send to his baby mama in the Cash App and stuff right there. And then China Mac was like, oh, I don't fuck with him and all the other stuff like that. I'm like, you don't fuck with him? And I was like, so I called Crip Mac, and then Crip Mac was telling me shit that China Mac was saying. You know, like he wanted Crip Mac for himself. You get what I'm saying? And basically not have Crip Mac spread his wings and fuck with everybody so he could really get that bag in different opportunities, right? So I caught China Mac, you know, throwing rocks. So I asked him about it. I said, and then he completely was trying to back out of it. Then I told him, I said, we're going to have to get down. He was like, okay, we could get down. This was in, I think, December, January. I sent the messages to you, and his buster ass never came, talking about I'm going to China. I'm like, God damn, nigga, are you stuck in China? Like, I don't know where he at. But it just goes to saying that all these rappers and stuff like that are reality or podcasts. I don't know what he do. But they just fake and phony. They act tough on the net, and they don't really be outside. I've been waiting for him for like 4 or 5 months. You
don't think he's coming back to L.A.?
No, the last thing I know, somebody told me he's stuck in China.
You won't let him leave? What was the last stuff he posted on his YouTube channel? Because at one point he was in Africa or some shit, trying to raise money for... He was with Disaster in Lebanon. Trouble in Hong Kong's underground city. These are his recent titles. How to shower in an African village. They tried to rob us. We caused a riot in Africa. Inside the slums of Kenya. Parentheses, African hood. I spent a day with Lebanon's deadliest militia. Hashtag disaster. My first day in Africa was chaotic. Inside one of India's dirtiest slums. Man, he really running it up out there. Inside Cambodia's African hood. What the fuck?
You just made me just don't like him even more.
That's like, just funny. He been trying to be a black dude his whole life, and now he's like, oh shit, they ain't fucking with me in America. I gotta go to Africa.
Yeah, that's it. He just a cloud chasing. What happened with him and DJ Vlad? Why they get into it?
Well, part of it is the fact that Vlad was pissed off when he did that prank on him, where he tried to act like robbers were coming in to kill Vlad. You ever see that? And well, Vlad like went to do his live stream, and Vlad asked him beforehand, like, "Yo, I'm not gonna bring my security. Is it chill?" Because Vlad don't normally do live stream shit either, so he's not really like thinking about how crazy it's gonna be or whatever. But he's in the apartment, and Vlad got something on him. And these fucking dudes bust into the apartment, and it's a prank that China Mac had lined up to get a viral clip or whatever. And Vlad starts reaching for his shit, and he's like about to do something. And then they realize it's a fucking prank. But Vlad was pissed because it's like, obviously, if something crazy had happened, he would have just put Vlad in a position where Vlad could have ended up in jail, or Vlad could have ended up having to do something that he didn't want to do or whatever. So that is actually crazy to take like a fucking 50-year-old white dude from Russia or from up the bay, but he's a Russian dude or whatever, and like put him into a position like that. Like, that's crazy. Like, Vlad's one of the goats of YouTube content for hip hop. Like, putting him in that situation is fucking crazy just because you wanted to get a clip. But then I mean, I know of other things too that.
But why are you and China Mac beef?
Why? Because China Mac hits me one day and says, "Can you come to Crip Mac's court date tomorrow to try to like put in a good word for him?" I'm like, I gotta do 4 interviews tomorrow. Like, my whole day is booked tomorrow. I can't just leave to go to this court thing. So he gets online and starts talking shit, starts saying, "Oh, Adam's not a real friend to Crip Mac, yada yada." Then meanwhile, Crip Mac says one word about him, boom, he's gone. 2 weeks later, gone.
But would you do to change the judge's mind?
Exactly. Nobody could have done anything. It's not like it was like a hearing or some shit. It's not like the kind of thing
No, I know
where
what
you
you're
like
saying.
go and you're supposed to like put on a whole show and convince the judge that this is a good guy, whatever. It was just a regular thing. It would have been me just standing near the fucking lawyer or whoever was there with him. It probably would have been me and his mom sitting on a bench for an hour or two. Like it's nobody wanted to hear from me there. Also, it's kind of questionable, like if the judge would even really want to hear from a degenerate Satan worshiping porn star guy. You know,
Definitely.
it's kind of, I'm not sure how good of a look that would have been. But either way, it was like China Mac wanted to divide me and Crip Mac
It's
because
the same thing with me.
he's trying to be his manager and he sees me actually doing something for him.
And that's the same thing with he tried to do with me and Crip Mac. Same exact thing.
Yeah, it was. It was always like you could tell that China Mac was mad when I would pay Crip Mac to do something because he would be like, like I'm supposed to be the one negotiating all this shit. It was just like very transparent.
No, that's the same exact thing.
Now he's in the hoods of Kenya.
You still got your ass whooped coming.
You know he faked that fight with AD too, right?
He did?
That's another podcast.